Lackawanna State Park is a great mountain bike facility because most of the trails have been built by volunteers, almost exclusively volunteers, and there's over 20 miles of trails. If you turn around and go the opposite directions, you have 20 more miles of trails that are totally different than the riding in the other direction. But you can ride easy rides. You can be a beginner, and this is where I started to ride, where I'd go out and I'd maybe do 1 or 2 miles of riding. And it develops into where you build up to it, and we go out and do 10, 12, 15 miles, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And it's just a great place to mountain bike. There's a lot of facilities in the area, a lot of facilities, but I think this park gets ridden more than any other mountain bike park in northeastern PA.
There's a little bit of everything here. There's everything from trails like for a beginner biker that aren't too technical, and then there are some really technical downhill trails that challenge everybody that rides here. The wheel size is really the big thing right now. There's everything from 26-inch to 27.5 to 29, and there's fat tire 27.5, fat tire 29, everything in between, and there's the true fat tire bike that my friend's on over there.
Not like these young kids that have to scrape every nickel and dime. I can afford to buy whatever bike that I so choose. And this bike happens to be a fat-tired bike that is pretty much all of carbon, where it is full suspension, where it has suspension in the front, easy on your arms. It has suspension in the back, easy on your butt and your back. But, and it's also made out of carbon.
I've actually been mountain biking for 2 years now. My cousins got me involved in it last year. They gave me a donor bike, and then I recently bought a bike off of a guy that we go with all the time here. I really enjoy a good workout, a good challenge. Mountain biking can be extremely challenging, and I honestly just like to be outdoors at any point in the day.
Well, that's going to wrap up this week's show. A huge thank you, of course, to our sponsors, Weaver's Archery in Middleburg and Sickler's Bike and Sport Shop in Kingston and Clark Summit. A big thank you from me to our entire staff who've really embraced the great outdoors this summer. My other producer, Bill Murphy, Aaron Dugan, Zach Harvey, Noel Wiggins, and the man that puts the show together, John Guzowitz. As we end this week's show, we want to take a look back at some of the state parks we have visited and say a big thank you to all the park rangers we have bothered. As we say every week, we'll see you in the great outdoors.
This has been another locally produced show by Fox 56, CW38, MyTV, and MeTV, the leading producer of local programming.